So the other day, I released a video about why Logan's Halloween videos aren't very good. However, let's give credit where it's due, Logan is actually pretty good at horror videos. So I decided, hey, it's Halloween, so why not check out the top 5 best SML horror videos? Yeah, that's about it. Let's get started. When this video was first released, I thought this would be Jeffy either running his own foster home for some reason, or Jeffy getting sent to a foster home, destroying the foster family's home, and driving them up to the wall, or even just Jeffy learning a lesson with a foster family which is much more strict, shall we say. But instead we got so much more. The one downside is the true horror aspect didn't really come in until more than halfway into the video. But when it did, it was great. Jeffy has to stay with Makes Bad Decisions guy, and the reason this one only managed number 5 is that the first more than half of the video wasn't horror related. Had the video hurried up to the actual horror part, this would have been great, and much higher on the list. I mean, I really like this video and how much of an eerie vibe Makes Bad Decisions guy gives off, but it was too slow to actually get to that point. Oh well, still a good video anyways. While this is a really good video, and still one of my favorites, the reason it's only at number 4 is because given where Chef PP is and the whole Five Nights at Freddy's reference being the main point of the video, we kinda expect this to have some horror elements. In my case, however, I enjoy horror when I'm not expecting it in a video, which you'll understand later on in the list. I did, however, really enjoy some of the creepy aspects of this video, as well as having a really nice ending. Sure is a shame it was basically undone in part 6. Oh well, still a pretty good SML horror video, even if it's only at number 4. This video is pretty interesting when it comes to horror. You see, most of the Junior's birthday videos have just been your typical thing. Junior having a birthday. That's about it. But this one takes a rather dark turn. Yeah, I know it does rely on Five Nights at Freddy's again, but this one is different, since unlike in Chef PP Quits Part 5, characters start gradually disappearing from the video. Combine that with other weird occurrences, such as the creepy games, as well as the animatronics just appearing and just standing there. Menacingly! And you have a pretty good horror video in my opinion. Once again, it's a simple concept. All the characters end up disappearing when no one's watching. But I liked it. My only gripe is the ending, which ends in a jump scare. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to be cheating a bit here, but whatever, it's my list anyways. So at number 2 we have Joseph's house, and some parts of Joseph Moves In. You see, it turns out Joseph's house is really creepy and weird. Joseph keeps his dead mother's skeleton, and yes, that's the canon I'm rolling with, now shut up, on his couch. He has no working water electricity, his house seems to be haunted, and overall it's a really creepy place to be. But then we fast forward to Joseph Moves In. While the rest of the video is fairly standard, there are hints that Joseph might have been the cause of what happened to his parents, leading to a couple creepy scenes. And hey, sure beats the sad but ultimately rather lame conclusion that we got from Joseph's mom. Maybe I'm just a fan of Joseph having a few skeletons in his closet. Or on his couch, I suppose. And yes, pun entirely intended. By far, my favorite SML horror video is Chef PP's Mistake. Why? Because this one is less dark lights and creepy looking things, more as it is psychological horror. Let me explain. In this video, Chef Pee-Pee accidentally runs over a dog, and instead of checking on it, Chef Pee-Pee just drives away. He initially is freaked out about it, but tells himself not to worry. But then Junior finds the exact dog at the door. This freaks Chef Pee-Pee out because, well, it's not supposed to be alive to begin with. This gets even creepier when a dog just continually stares at Chef Pee-Pee, almost judging him. And then, of course, like most dogs do, it begins randomly showing up in places where Chef Pee-Pee is. Wait, what's that? Your dog doesn't teleport as if it were possessed by the vengeful spirit of a deceased dog. Eventually, Chef Pee-Pee loses it and begs the dog to run over him. But Officer Goodman sees this happening, thinks Chef Pee-Pee has gone insane, and so takes him to an insane asylum. And there, where Chef Pee-Pee thinks he would see the dog the least, is the same dog. I really like this because Chef Pee-Pee's guilty mind makes him go flat out insane. We also don't know which parts are real and which parts are imaginary. For example, some people see the dog sometimes, but other times, like with Officer Goodman, he doesn't notice it at all. And eventually, Chef Pee-Pee goes to the insane asylum, where we can confirm that he's completely lost it. I like that type of psychological horror, much more than just, oh look, it's dark! And there are monsters! Don't get me wrong though, there's a place for that kind of stuff, but it's also part of the reason why this and Joseph's house are placed in their respective positions. Now, before we leave, people might be wondering about a couple videos. Junior's sleepover, Cody's sleepover, etc. Well, the reason those aren't on the list is because, especially with videos like Junior's sleepover, the horror aspect was shoehorned in at the last second. Same goes for Cody's sleepover, but even more so. But hey, we have a perfectly fine list of pretty good horror videos here. And that's the thing with Logan's horror videos. If it's focused on that, he usually does a great job. It's when he throws it in at the last second that it isn't very good. Well anyways, thank y'all for watching. I hope you're having a happy Halloween, and better get some shut-eye. Just don't look at the shadows on the walls, okay?